Hi there. In this episode, we'll be covering how to promote your book without breaking the bank. It's so easy to spend so much money on book promotion and maybe even to see bad outcomes and bad results. It's better instead to take smart, meaningful steps to promote your book. By the end of this video, you will learn some of the hidden secrets of getting your book promoted on Amazon, the importance of giveaways, and how you can promote your book right in your own backyard. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. You know, it's so easy to get locked up in the idea of book promotion and publicity and pay somebody a lot of money only to see meager outcomes. I've seen it happen with books I've worked on. You know, some of the authors I collaborated with as a book ghostwriter worked with publicists and didn't get much in return. And it was really frustrating because there was so many pieces, elements, there was so much opportunity that was presented to the author. But then when the actual promotion side came to it, nothing happened. Nothing really, came forward from it. It was just really deflating. It was deflating to be a part of that process because now the author's saying, I spent all this money and what did I get out of this, You never want to be able to ask that question. So, I would say the first step is be wary of packages when they tell you, we'll put your book list in 500 different publications. What publications are they? Okay, we'll send a press release out on PR Newswire. So what? Like, what does that actually mean? Who's reading those? How does it get your book publicity and sales? How does your book get attention from the steps that they're taking? Not just boilerplate steps, but actual outcome, actual results. I think too, you should really seek out other people who've worked with this company and the results that they've seen from their book. Because every book is going to have different outcomes, and your book outcomes could be much different than somebody else's. The truth about book promotion is this. A lot of times when there's a lot of pre-launch and pre-publication attention and visibility, it's because the author is paying for that or they're working with top flight people. These things don't happen. When we think about books getting attention, there's books that have big five publisher visibility attached to them. These are traditionally published books, mainstream books. The celebrities that are putting out books, there's a machine behind those books that are pushing those books out there. We're not focused on that. What we're focused on here is you paying out of pocket. I've been a 4-time national best-selling ghostwriter. One of those books, Jonathan Stanley's Purposeful Performance, sold 10 or 12,000 copies in a week and was number 9 on the Amazon bestseller list in March of 2025, number 9 for paperback nonfiction. So there's only 8 paperback nonfiction books in the country that sold more than Jonathan's in that one specific week. That was a real bestseller. And I'm not saying the other ones weren't. I'm saying that there were marketing campaigns behind them, that the authors spent tens of thousands of dollars getting their book promoted by the right people in the right places. These weren't free. And ultimately, if you want to be on a bestseller list, you can buy your way onto a bestseller list. It's not that big of a deal. But what does that money mean to you? What do you actually accomplish from it? I've had best-selling books that weren't read at all, that no one read, that have like 6 or 10 reviews on Amazon. So there's a disconnect there in terms of, paying for publicity and paying for visibility and getting results from it. I'd much rather have a more modest campaign that focused on results, real actual results, not, buying your way into a bestseller list, but actual results. So one of the things that you can do in your power that's not going to break the bank is think about Amazon ads. On the KDP platform, when you publish your book on Amazon, there is an ads category, and you can actually advertise on different keywords and different items on Amazon. When you go and type something into Amazon and get search results, you'll notice if you really pay attention, a lot of these are sponsored, all the way down. The first page is almost all sponsored content. It means people paid for those placements. People paid for you to see their book among the top results. And you can pay your way onto that too. It doesn't cost that much money. You could get a really nice Amazon campaign going for a couple $100s a month. And what's great about it is it's driving visibility, it's driving sales, it's driving opportunity from the people that you want to find your book. This is creating buying habits. Now it's ensuring that people are buying your book and other books, so now your book's in even more places. There's things that unlock in Amazon because of the advertising. Another option is a Goodreads giveaway. And Goodreads is owned by this other company you may have heard of called Amazon. All these things connect to Amazon. I'm not a huge Amazon fan, but the reality is they're the key player in the book space. So if you want to be visible, if you want your book to get visibility, Amazon's a great way to do so. Goodreads is different than Amazon, though. Goodreads is a website that focuses on book reviews from readers. This is a really reader-focused website. And you can create a giveaway where you give away copies of your book, copies of your ebook, whatever the case may be. And you can give quite a few of these away, and they actually count towards your sales, which is funny. You're buying your sales. But at the same time, you could get a good giveaway going with hundreds and hundreds of people for maybe $100, maybe $50, whatever it is, depending on how many copies you want to give away. So that's the option too, and I think that's a great way to build buzz. Think about local events and networking, thinking about opportunities that you can uncover in your neighborhood, in your backyard. Is there a local bookstore? If you are interested in getting your book in your bookstore, you need to think about your distribution model. Because getting on Amazon's website alone isn't going to get you in the bookstore. Yes, you can walk into the bookstore and give them a copy of your book and see if they want to put it on the shelf. The better option is to distribute both through Amazon and through another company called Ingram Spark. Not with an S, just Ingram Spark regular. There's a lot of scammy sites out there that make like they are Ingram Spark. But if you go to Ingram Spark, and the upload process is cumbersome, getting approved for your book is cumbersome. Ingram Spark is a distributor that tens of thousands of bookstores around the world use to fill their bookshelves. So if you want to get in the bookstores, Ingram Spark is your way to go. You could sell 1 billion copies of your book on Amazon. Bookstores aren't going to care. They don't care. They won't carry it because they don't have a mechanism to. So, and that's a no-cost option. You don't have to spend any money out of pocket to get distributed in the right places that allow you to build and grow your presence. A great resource for you is local events and networking. In your area, what can you do to set up? What can you do to connect with groups? You might be able to get bulk buy opportunities where, if you have a monthly business leader conference, you can actually maybe get the organization to buy copies of your book or supply them yourself and share them with everybody. That's a great way to connect with people. It's exciting because there's layers to it. There's layers to every book that you put out. There's this community element, there's where you're from element, there's the focus and the subject of the book. There's all these different overlapping pieces, and local business groups, local community groups are a great way to connect with people and get the word out. These are people in your backyard. These might be great people to share the message about the book and get visibility to it. I was watching the local TV news, like local recently, and they're promoting a book. They did a feature on a book, an author and a book that they put out. And it was cool to see that, It was cool to see that they were getting visibility. So your local area, your local connections are going to be a great resource for you, and typically at low cost or no cost. Another great option is social media. Social media allows you to connect with new people and reach all across the world. And you can do some paid social promotion, some boosted posts for not that much money. Here's a chance to connect to new people outside of your network. Here's a chance to do some YouTube videos. Here's a chance to do some Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case may be. Like Book Talk is a great way to connect with readers. There's so many options out there, including your own network. Who do you know? Who do you know that might promote this book, that might want to push it forward, that might want to share the message about the book with other people? Think within your network. Before you start thinking about spending money with others, think about what you do have. The skills, the resources, the networks, the connections that you have already built, because those are going to be fertile opportunities for the book. And then you can maybe fill gaps with the things that you don't have in place. But just awesome to be able to step back and see what this scope looks like and see the opportunities for promoting your book. If you want to learn more about how to promote your book without breaking the bank, I'd love for you to check out my website. It's writeagoodbook.com. There you can get my tips and insights. You can schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me so we can talk further. I'd love to hear more about your book. I'd love to hear about the challenges you're facing and offer you some tips and insights. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.